Christmas for Refugees provides a real Christmas for thousands of Christian refugee children in Iraq, Jordan, and Lebanon. The work to help refugees and displaced persons is daunting, as the real number of displaced Christians from Iraq and Syria is so large it cannot be calculated. The great majority of displaced Christians do not enter United Nations refugee camps out of fear, because those camps are overwhelmingly Sunni Muslim. Virtually all of the Islamic terrorist groups, including Al-Qaeda, Al-Nusra, and the Islamic State, are Sunni Muslim. Most displaced Christians still in Iraq live in urban settings, with some in centers funded and managed by non-profit NGOs. In Erbil, Iraq, some of those centers are located in unfinished, abandoned high-rise buildings. These urban and makeshift locations make bringing aid, such as our Christmas programs, to them very difficult. At all Christmas for Refugee events in all three nations, hot meals were served to the children and volunteers. A program lasting several hours included puppet shows, music, and games that are all Christian-themed. Children even received gospel-oriented coloring books. There was a variety of gifts for children depending upon the area and the need, including gloves and blankets. Depending on the size of the event, volunteers numbered from 10 to as many as 45. In Jordan, larger events were held and food was distributed in bags or boxes, so the presence of at least one parent was needed to carry the food home. As a result, parents were fed as well. The bags contained food staples weighing in at over 20 pounds, including rice, flour, oil, and canned meats. A total of 12 Christmas for Refugee events were held in Lebanon for both Iraqi and Syrian Christian refugee children. Some were held in church halls, while others were in rented facilities. Families in Lebanon received a voucher for food at local stores. In Iraq, our Christmas for Refugee events were large and loud, which is the way Christmas is celebrated among Christians there. The Chaldean Church created one center in Erbil by renting a bankrupt subdivision of several hundred homes and placing one family per bedroom in them. There are 1,800 children in that center, but Christmas for Refugees was only able to provide for 300 children who had been chosen as the most in need. Christmas for Refugees pledged to the leaders of that refugee center that in 2016, every child would be provided a Christmas program, including a full entertainment program, food for their families, and gifts for them. Displaced Christians are not receiving very much aid from the West. The American and European policy of favoring and arming Sunni tribes to fight Shiite Muslims, regardless of their barbarism, does not leave much room for the Christians other than to escape. Christmas for Refugees and other groups are working hard to provide for refugees created by the Sunni terror, which is often sponsored by Saudi Arabia and other wealthy Gulf states. To help Christmas for Refugees provide Christmas programs and other aid to suffering Christian refugees, please visit christmasforrefugees.org. Remember, you can make a difference by helping a Christian child have a real Christmas in 2016. Thank you.